The first of the U.S. attorneys known to have been terminated in 2006 was Todd Graves in Kansas City, and Mr. Graves has stated publicly that he received a phone call from Michael Battle in January, was told to submit his resignation. Now, Mr. Sampson has stated that Graves was on a list of the U.S. attorneys to be fired, which he showed to you, and that was sent to the White House in 2006. And Mr. Battle has told committee investigators that it was you who called him and told him to call Graves and tell him to submit his resignation. Who did you discuss this with at the DOJ? Did you discuss this with anybody at the White House? Who gave you the permission to, or directed you to make this call to Mr. Battle? And you said in your opening statement that you had conflicting memories about this Graves matter. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Sure. When I first heard Mr. Graves' name months ago, my memory was that he had been asked to resign. That was what I had thought. But there were two things that made me think that maybe my memory was wrong. One was in January, Mr. Sampson was asked a question while he was staffing the Attorney General about how many, and he gave these were Mr. Cummins and then the 7 in December. I thought that I must have just been remembering incorrectly, because Mr. Graves would have made 9, but perhaps Mr. Sampson just didn't think of Mr. Graves when he gave that answer. I don't know, but that was the first thing that made me think that maybe my historical memory just wasn't accurate.
You do recall seeing his name now, though, or you don't remember?
Oh, I do. Yes, okay. I remember seeing it on the list.
Do you think it was true that one of the factors in removing Mr. Graves so quickly and installing his replacement, Mr. Schlotzman, so promptly was to push forward with the vote fraud case that Mr. Schlotzman was promoting and Mr. Graves was resisting in Missouri just before that election?
I don't remember anything like that. My memory of the reason why I was thinking that Mr. Graves had been asked to leave related more to the fact that he was under investigation by the Inspector General and that there were some issues that were being looked at there.